What we have is more than a team. It's on the wall. We're a family. Blood, sweat, tears. We've been doing it since last season got over. Nothing comes between us. We win together, we lose together. We're a family.
And into the end zone for a Cardinal touchdown.
Tonight, we take this field together as a team. We leave as a family. It's Davison football. Let's go.
What a perfect night to end yet another homecoming week here at Davison. Welcoming our football team back to their first full-capacity homecoming game since 2019. I'm Mason Palmas here alongside my co-commentator Trevor Cherney, our sideline reporter Chloe Hug, and the rest of our DTV crew with your annual Davison homecoming game broadcast. Trevor, this certainly is a special night, isn't it? Stands are full, faces are smiling. It sure is nice to be in Cardinal country right now.
It certainly is, Mason, you know, and I mean, look, you know, it's such a perfect night. I can't remember the last time that we actually had, like, perfect weather this homecoming, so it certainly is just a beautiful, gorgeous night out, and I just can't imagine it, you know, celebrating without football.
Absolutely. Davison's heading into this one in a bit of unfamiliar territory compared to previous seasons. 2-3 right now on the season. Saginaw Arthur Hill sitting at the bottom of the SVL South with an 0-5 record. Nice and sunny, right around 70-degree mark here at a kickoff tonight. Should be a good game here.
It should be a great game, and I'm really excited to see what both these teams have to offer. You know, both teams are fighting for something.
Absolutely. United to kick to Davison, the receiving team. And that's number 26, Damon Flynn on the kickoff there. Spots it between the 35 and 40.
Now I'm really interested to see what these Saginaw United players have to offer against this Cardinal team, because this Cardinal team, I mean, it's no secret they've struggled, you know, so far this season. They're sitting below 500, so we'll see what they can do against this Cardinal team. Although this Cardinal team did beat Carbon Ainsworth 50, I believe it was 50-14.
Yeah, one of their biggest one of the season actually. Showed off what that offense can do against one of the lesser-known defenses in the SVL. That's Jalen Flowers on the run there. Looks like he's come just shy of the first down there. Are those chains going to move? Let's see here.
Yeah, Jalen Flowers has always been a special player. I mean, you know, he's been around this team for a while now, so he's definitely a great young, still like a veteran voice in that locker room.
Absolutely. Still a youngster. Pretty good season so far for sitting out the first two games. 42 carries, 286 yards, and 3 touchdowns for him this year. Hemmeline under center. Hands it off to, no, he fakes it. Passes, and that's going to be Tion Armstrong there with the reception, getting Cardinals that first down there.
Yeah, Tion Armstrong has been a nice player for this Cardinals offense. He's definitely shown a lot of bright spots, especially in the last couple of weeks.
Armstrong's another skilled player sitting in the top 5 of his respective area here in the SVL. Sitting in the top of the SVL, 23 receptions, 359 yards, and 3 touchdowns to his name this season. One of Hemmeline's main targets. Another handoff. That's Flowers flying down the right sideline, and he's going to be into the end zone for a Cardinal touchdown inside the 2nd minute here of their homecoming matchup with Saginaw United. What a good way to start off this homecoming game, Trevor.
Yeah, that was, I couldn't think of a more perfect way, you know. I mean, what a way to just start off this homecoming, you know. You get a couple of plays and then touchdown. I mean, it could be more perfect than that.
And how many times have we seen that? That handoff to Flowers, let them bounce outside and use his speed to his advantage. Just get past all those defenders, fly into the end zone there, racking up his 4th TD of the season.
Davison just has some great backs. I mean, you got A.J. Hill, you got Jalen Flowers. I mean, 2 beasts of running backs for this Cardinal offense.
Absolutely. Great running back core here. Titford set to kick. And that football is going to go through the uprights there. Quick 7-0 start here for Davison with 10:54 to go here in this first quarter.
It's a great, solid way to start off this game. I mean, again, I just couldn't think of a more perfect way to start the game. And, you know, it perfect in all flying colors.
Absolutely. And it means a bit more this year, doesn't it, considering they didn't have that homecoming game last year.
No, yeah, you're right. That homecoming game was canceled last year due to COVID, which is definitely disappointing for what I think of every single fan, in Davison. So, just have it here and just really celebrate homecoming. I mean, you definitely feel the atmosphere. The crowds here are electric.
Absolutely.
There's a ton of people here, Mason.
Yeah, and I mean, last year you still had those couple performances here. You had the crownings of Queen, here at Cardinal Stadium, but just not the same without these football boys out here doing what they do best, play the game of football.
Yep, they sure do well.
Remember last season they went to that state finals run, ended it at that West Bloomfield loss there. Yeah,
that was a heartbreaker for this team, but I mean, look, when you lose Brendan Sullivan and Harrison Unger, arguably two of the best players, I mean, you don't really have a great shot,
Yeah, I had a lot of experience on that roster, but West Bloomfield also had a Michigan commit there.
Yeah, I mean, and now with their tight ends is going to Michigan State, so I mean, it's obviously that team's very special.
Had a lot of talent on that Lakers squad. Davison now set to kick here to United after that first drive touchdown. It's going to be spotted right around the 27, excuse me. We saw bright spot from Saginaw United in their first game, but lost in a heartbreaker to Saginaw Heritage on the last play of the game. They went for 2 on their literally the last play of the game, and couldn't quite get it done against the Hawks. Definitely a close one there, though. Yeah, that was a close one, and it shows this team has fight. They're not gonna give up quick, and I mean, you can always respect that. So. Yeah, I mean, just the fact that they're out here trying to do the best they can, then just get some football in. You love to see it. Yeah, it's definitely great. When you got fight, that means more than anything in football. Absolutely. First play here for Saginaw United. Hand up the middle, and he's going to get brought down a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage there for a little bit of loss there for United. Now, partner, how are we feeling about this Davison defense? I mean, they're sitting on top of the SVL in terms of yards allowed, just by like 60-ish or so, but still a very good defense here. Definitely the best in rushing by a mile. Passing yards, or passing defense, they're about average, but still a very solid defense. Definitely a bright spot in this team, especially on that line. Yeah, and I mean, you have Zach Papadakis on that secondary. That is definitely one strength. Yeah, just got some incredible players. Another tackle for loss there for the Cards, putting them back another yard behind that line of scrimmage. 3rd and 14 here. Clock just got under 10 minutes now. Rolling along after that tackle there. Gabe Smith on that tackle there. One of the big players on this team, Gabe Smith, a senior, 4-year varsity player. Yeah. Sat most of last season with an injury after that first game Powers injury there. But he's back, and he was a homecoming king candidate. That's right. And it's always, it's never a good thing when it's your first game as a high schooler, especially as a junior, and you get injured and you're out for the rest of the season. It's never fun. Yeah, the fact that he's back out here doing what he loves most, playing since he was 4 years old, is definitely something you love to see. Lets it air out. And that's going to be picked. Tion Armstrong getting it done on both sides of the ball tonight. Jumped it out perfectly there, got the air, got the interception there on just a second passing play here by Saginaw United.
That was just a flat-out perfect interception. I haven't seen more perfect interception since probably in a long time. I mean, that was really just beautiful by Armstrong.
Yeah, great work from the secondary there. He made sure to not get any pass interference calls on there. Kept his man with him and jumped the route perfectly. Got the air, snagged it out. Now Davison back with the ball in their possession. Hemline drops into the pocket. Short pass to Gabe Smith here. Breaks the tackle, got the first and some more. Goes inside. He's still on his feet. Just ahead of the 20 there. Great play there by Gabe Smith. Not something you see usually from a linebacker playing on both sides of the ball here for Smith as well.
Right, yeah. I mean, that's just flat out impressive from Gabe Smith. Now, one thing I will say, partner, about Braylon Hemline is that he has severely improved over these past couple of weeks. It seems like he's more comfortable under center. It seems like that the chemistry is finally coming together. And again, this is a very young team, Mason. So, you know, you're going to have struggles, but it's the chemistry that is most important for this team.
Yeah, we saw him trying to break the mold in that Clarkson game to open the season up. He's definitely, you can see how much more comfortable and composed he is in the pocket. Hand off to Jay Flowers, bounces outside to the right, and he's in again. Deja vu there. Jay Flowers with his second touchdown of the game, and 4 minutes haven't even gone off the clock yet, Trevor.
Yeah, I mean, Jalen Flowers has been killing that defensive line.
Yeah, and those hogs up front are able to get the blocks for him, and Jay Flowers is able to do the rest. He's got that speed on him.
Yeah, that O-line, you know, you got to give him a tree after. I mean, that O-line's been doing a lot for Jalen Flowers.
Credit those Davison hogs that do so much for our running backs here.
Yeah. I mean, you got some great players on the O-line. You know, you got Isaac Noren, you know, you got Zane Richardson, so 2 seniors who were also, and Isaac was actually a candidate for King.
That's right.
So.
Tifford puts another through the uprights there, making a 14-0 ball game with 8:46 left on the clock. Davison wasting no time. One of the quicker starts you've seen from them this season too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I haven't seen a quick start from them in a long time. This is what they needed. You know, it's a quick start. They had a quick start over Grand Blanc. They got the first score of the game, but then they couldn't do much else the rest of the game, and that really bit them.
Yeah, you see Grand Blanc a lot up top of the SVL this year. And if you watched our pregame show before here, you would have seen with our conversation with Vine Slocum and Chris Jarrett how we talked about just how dominant they've been and how you're really shuffling through some of these teams here in the SVL. The Pier won in 2019, Davison won last year, now Grand Blanc's the next dog up. Really CAG, they're Bobcats, but you know what I meant.
Yeah, depending on what ranking you see, you know, they're in the top 10 or even the top 2, you know, so obviously they're a very dominant team, but also they have a lot of seniors on that team. They have over 40 seniors.
Yeah,
so.
They're in that situation that Davison kind of was not too long ago. A lot of experience on both sides of the ball. You got Elijah Jackson Anderson running it.
Right,
Beast he is, Mr. Football candidate there.
Yeah. I mean, Elijah has been it's been such a powerhouse, you know, for that team, and one reason why they're so successful on offense.
Davison sets a kickoff here now again. Saginaw United. United's got 2 players on the right side of your screen waiting to receive. And he's going to field this one. Brought down right around the 35 there. Or 25, excuse me. See, now this drive here really is just a chance for this team to kind of correct what they did that last drive and get things going again, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very important drive for this offense. I think they definitely could get something going. You know, they just got, again, it's all about fight. And as long as you fight, you know, you always have a chance. And then football is all about chances.
Yeah, we saw in that last drive, tried to run it, got stopped pretty quick, pushed back on that 3rd and 14. They aired it out, which was what Davison was expecting when they needed to make up all those yards, and that's where tragedy struck for them early on.
Right. He's got to make some smart play calls.
stays under center. Pitches it. United's going to get about half of that next first down off of there. 5 yards a night carry, it looked like. And that was Carter Harriman on the tackle there. That's a youngster that we've seen really perform well on this team.
Yeah, Carter Harriman, I've been really impressed with Carter Harriman. He has been a beast on this defense. It's shown a little bit last year, but now he really gets to see his full potential, and he's going to be wonderful on this Davison defense for a long time coming.
Yeah, made the team just as a freshman, and he had a monster game last week as well.
Yeah, Mason. I've seen him play in 7th, 8th grade, and I mean, he was fast. He outran just about everybody. So there's a reason why he's a starter on this team as a sophomore.
D-line took the running back for a trip there. Brought him even deeper back into own territory after they just made up some of that ground there. And now it's another third down situation here early on in this drive for United.
Yeah, definitely not a good situation to be, no matter, what kind of offense you're running, because, I mean, basically all you're expecting is pass.
That, and when you keep getting pinned in these third down situations really quick, you don't have time to build up that momentum in your drive. And start marching down that field like you want to.
Yeah, momentum is very key in football.
Any sport, really. When you could tell when the momentum sways, and right now the Cardinals have the momentum going in their way.
Right, yeah.
Those 2 early scores. Two lined out on the far sideline, 1 lined out near. Got a man in motion there, and ref's going to throw a flag on that play pretty quick. And that's going to go on the offense, put it back even further.
Yeah, penalties will kill you in football, and really, again, any sport. You got to be careful. You got to play the game smart. And Davison, I mean, some games have had really bad penalties that in the end hurt them. So, any team needs to be careful with penalties.
Yeah, and that's one thing that comes to mind when you have a young team is that discipline, whether they're able to keep themselves controlled and under that pressure.
Exactly. And
Davison did pretty well with that last game. Sorry to cut you off. Only 3 penalties on them for 25 yards of loss. Pinned back even further in their own territory now is United. And it's going to be a 4th and long here, and the punting team is going to come out.
Yeah, it's not a good situation to be in, Mason. I mean, they're definitely trying, but this Davison defense is just, having it right now. So we'll see if things change. I mean, things could change. Yeah,
2 straight 3-and-outs is not the most ideal way to start the drive, but there's still plenty of game left. Not even halfway through the first quarter yet.
I've seen some really bad drives from, from teams, and they still end up winning. So you never know what's going to happen.
Solid punt, gonna think just before the 45, and that's where United's gonna spot the ball. And the offense crew is gonna come back out. Hasn't taken much for them to get things going tonight, has it?
Yeah, I mean, this Davison offense has been phenomenal so far, just through not even 2 minutes in the game yet, through the first quarter. I mean, it's impressive what they've been able to do, and you can tell, once again, I can see that Hemmeline has definitely been more comfortable under center. And these running backs, A.J. Hill, Jalen Flowers. Jalen Flowers has been phenomenal in this game thus far.
Especially after coming off that injury earlier on this season. He's done as expected and exceeded those expectations.
Indeed he has.
A.J. Hill now getting the ball. Shakes 2 tackles off, stays on his feet. And he's going to get the first and a little bit more there.
A.J. Hill, I mean, this guy's a freshman. Must I remind people, because he definitely doesn't play like a freshman, and there's a reason why he's on this varsity team, like Carter Harriman, because these guys are on another level.
Yeah, I mean, a freshman in the top 5 while sharing minutes with Jalen Flowers, sitting at top 5 in the rushing in the SVL South. 261 yards for him on the season and 5 touchdowns.
It tells you how special this kid is.
Hemline's going to keep this one himself, toss it out to Harrell. He's going to bounce outside just behind the first down marker. Solid gain here for the Cards.
Yeah, they've definitely been moving the ball. a lot. So it's been very impressive from this Davison team.
Yeah, and last game going against Carmen, one of the defenses on the lower end of the spectrum in the SVL, really gave them a chance to kind of get their momentum going back in their offense. Their defense has been their noticeable strong suit here, but that last game was really able to get the wheels moving on that offense, and you can see it's showing here tonight.
Yeah. And I mean, you got to give credit to Jake Weingart and his coaching staff, how they're able to improve this young team.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, especially adapting with a lot of senior leadership you lost. We've been talking about this a lot this season, but they adapted well. Lost 9 starters on both sides of the ball coming into this season.
And that gives us very crucial to any team, no matter who you are.
Hemline with a handoff to Hill. Hill's got some green to run into. Good tackle there by number 3 of United. That's going to be Jonathan Jackson there on the tackle. Defensive end able to come off the line and break away with some speed. And it's hard to catch up to A.J. Hill like that, and he did it. Brought him down before he got a score in.
Yeah, A.J. Hill, not only is he a great runner, he has great vision too.
Absolutely.
Especially when you're behind a really good O-line.
Yeah,
you're making magic happen.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a running back and you got the physical attributes, you still got to have the mental, able to find those holes and choose a smart play. Hill's going to get the handoff again. He fumbles, but he's able to recover it quickly before that D-line gets to it. A little bit of a miscue there. Looks like didn't quite get his hands on the handoff there.
Turnovers, that was very close to being the first turnover of the game. So, second turnover of the game.
Davison had 2 of those last game in turnovers.
Yeah, and turnovers, I mean, they will hurt you a lot.
Good job.
Not too many of them have come from Himline this season in 5 games. He only thrown 3 interceptions so far.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't played too bad.
Airs it out to Armstrong, gets the pylon, gets the TD. Another score here for the Cardinals. Like that he kept it simple there. Didn't try and do anything flashy, just found his man, and Armstrong did the rest. No crazy jukes, no crazy route. Just get that pylon and get those points on the board, right?
Yeah, Armstrong does have players like you don't have anything special. Give them the ball and hey, I'm gonna get a touchdown. So great play by Armstrong and Hemline to get a TD to make it 20 points to nothing.
Yeah, extra just the first quarter still, too.
Yeah, extra point spending.
That kick's going to go through the uprights again by Brady Titsworth. 21-0 here on homecoming night. Great start here by Davison. Able to show that, although the stats might not say it for the SVL, they're still a great offense here.
They can definitely be a great offense, but I mean, you really got to, and some of the tougher teams in the SVL, like Grand Blanc, that's a whole nother level of greatness, But I think Davison still has it in them, I think they're still a very good team. I think they can still, get pretty far.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's some of those skills positions on the offense where you see they're lacking a little bit of experience. I mean, you got Himline under center. You got 2 wideouts in Armstrong and John Harrell, both juniors there. And then you got your running back, a freshman, and Jalen Flowers, still a junior on this team.
Correct. John Harrell is a senior.
Oh, thank you for correcting me on that.
Yeah, no problem. I got you. Don't worry.
Still getting some pretty fresh minutes for him. Got some playing time last year, but he's getting a lot more of it now, and I'm sure he's loving it.
Definitely, especially being a senior of this team. I mean, and he's definitely proven it to get a starting spot on this team.
He's up there and catching too.
Yeah, him and Armstrong could be dangerous this year.
Yeah, I mean, Hemmeline's got options to throw to. That's the most important thing he can have as a quarterback, and when he's got those, this offense can do dangerous things like they are tonight. Big boot here from Titsworth. And United can feel this big hit there. Just by a check down marker. That's from Nick Pung.
That was a nice, clean hit from this defense.
Yeah, didn't get too dirty there. Able to just wrap him up and bring him down and absorb that big truck, too.
Yeah. I mean, any harder, that could have been a penalty, but thankfully it was a pretty clean hit from what I saw. So it will not be a penalty, and it will be.
Yeah, you saw the United returner lower the shoulder a bit there, try and put a bit more aggression into it, but Pung absorbed it very well, able to bring him down there very quick.
Yeah, this Davison defense can be aggressive.
Yeah, and I mean, when they can keep getting these 3-and-outs and getting the offense in good field position, they'll be on a roll. Handoff doesn't take them very far there. Kind of right about where they started.
Yeah, that D-line got him quick.
That was Jalen Edwards there on the tackle for the Cards.
One of the youngsters on that D-line is Jackson Clark, and I mean, you know, Jackson Clark, he had the interception for the Detroit Catholic Central game, and that was really impressive. I mean, you don't see it a lot in high school, you know, the big guys up front getting interceptions, so
yeah,
that's really...
Especially when you're going up against an experienced offense in DCC and an experienced quarterback in Declan Biles, it's hard to do against a squad like that.
It shows how important he can be, and he will be for this year and so on.
QB kept it there in that situation, wrapped up by 2 Cardinals there. Looked like Jackson Clark, like you were just mentioning, and Tyler Dosh on the tackle there.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It looks like Saginaw is finding a hard time to do anything with his defense. I mean, their defense, Davison's defense has just been crushing them so far.
That was a bit of a DN duo that we saw there, too, with Clark and Dosh. 2 youngsters, only sophomores on the squad, too, and getting a good amount of minutes. Both got bright futures ahead of them here with this Cardinal varsity squad.
Absolutely.
Clock just under 3 minutes here in this first quarter before we send things down to our sideline report with Chloe Hugg. Man in motion. He's not going to take the ball. QB keeps it for himself, but he's not getting past Carter Harriman. Carter Harriman looks like he knocked the ball loose, and it's Gabe Smith recovering it, taking it back into the end zone. Another Cardinal score. This time the defense getting one in for him.
Yeah, I mean, this has just been, I don't have words. I mean, this has been really something.
Yeah, I mean, just a dominant display here from the Cards early on.
It's 27-0, Davison leading, and there's still 2 minutes and 42 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, I mean, this scoring ability is approaching that, like, 2019 squad where they really got put on the map with that group of, like, Brendan Sullivan, Latrell Fordham, and Harry Unger, a lot of them in their junior years.
Yeah, you know, that squad was definitely special, you know. I mean,
they could definitely score.
Sullivan to Latrell is like, you know, Rogers to Devontae Adams.
Gotta have another look here. Yeah, it looks like Carter Harriman knocked the ball loose on that play. Gabe Smith, keen observer there, able to grab it out of the air and taking it for a touchdown.
Yeah, just great play by the two linebackers. I mean, just phenomenal plays overall. You know, with Carter punching out the ball, and then Gabe Smith coming to the TD. I mean, you can't ask for much more.
Yeah, and you see Carter Harriman kind of thrust into that same role Gabe Smith was not too long ago. I mean, Gabe Smith had Logan Pasco and Caleb Smith to look up to, and now Carter Harriman's got Gabe Smith to look up to in this Cardinal defense here.
And something I've noticed for practices is that Carter and Gabe are pretty close. You know, they talk a lot, they communicate with each other, and that's very crucial, especially when you're handing off. You know, especially when it's someone who is an underclassman like Carter Harriman.
Had an injury on the field here. The United players getting helped off. Still awaiting the extra point here.
Yeah, that's too bad. You know, you never want to see, you know, someone like a high schooler get injured like that. So it's just really disappointing, and it's, you know, it's unfortunate, but it happens. You know, it's football.
Yeah, it's a tough sport. You got to hope for recovery at this point.
Yeah. I mean, I don't play football, and I had that bad head injury just last week. So, you know, anything can happen to you. You know, it's just life. But, you know, especially football, and really any sport, if you get injured, you know, anything, you know, physically, it just happens.
He's putting a little bit of weight on it, but not really much. Most of it getting buried by his teammates, helping him off.
Yeah. Still not a good sight to see. Very terrible.
Cardinal kicking team now coming out to kick that extra point through the uprights.
Well, we certainly hope for the best for him, and we hope for a speedy recovery. That's terrible.
Titsworth on for his 4th extra point of the night already. And it's not even the end of the first quarter yet.
No, Mason, it is not. It is still, if my eyes are correcting me, it is still the first quarter. And they're up by 20-some points.
Yeah, 28 if this ball gets to the uprights. And that it does.
And now 28. Yeah, so far in this first quarter, this Davison team it's been dominating.
Absolutely.
That's the story here, you know. And honestly, there's not much else to say.
Yeah, I mean, scoring on all 4 of your chances, really. And the 3 offensive drives, and then once when you're on the defense.
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, when you have the scoring opportunity, you got to get it done. And Davison's definitely been getting it done here.
Yeah, I mean, those turnovers are going to come up big. And having that instinct like Carter Harriman did to punch that ball out is really important heading into those late game situations, because at that point they're thinking protect the ball. You got to get that out of there if you're trying to turn it over.
Right, you know, I mean, yeah, it's great ball awareness from Carter Harriman, and you know that's how you can tell someone is truly special on the defense, especially who's only a sophomore. I mean, that's really special.
Looking at the history between this team and Saginaw United, well, United really a combination of Arthur Hill and Saginaw High. I mean,
yeah. For anyone at home who's confused, Arthur Hill and Saginaw High School had actually combined earlier this year.
Their sports athletics teams. Yeah.
So now they're Saginaw United, and we sort of, you know.
It's kind of a cool thing to see between like 2 rival schools.
Yeah, it's sort of cool, you know, because I mean it's like if Davison and Lapeer combined schools.
It's kind of similar to like what Lapeer did not too long ago. Lapeer East and Lapeer West coming together.
You know, 2 rivals come together, so it's very cool and very interesting.
Titsworth here with a kickoff now. Looks like that might have hit his toe there, but he's gonna field it, absorb the contact, and get just around the 20. Did the ball come loose there? Looks like he was able to keep a hold on it. Big hit there by Sturgill. Able to stop him right around the 20. Yeah, looking at the history, Davison against Arthur Hill is 6-0, and against Saginaw High 4-0. Played them in a 4-year stretch between 2014 and 2017. And then Arthur Hill, first time we played them was in 1987 in our regional finals where we won 7-0. Neither of the teams coming into before this year had made the playoffs in this decade. Arthur Hill last made that in 2008 and Saginaw High in 2003. But both teams have state titles to their names in the 90s.
Yeah, and I think, look, it's never impossible to recapture that, but, I mean, it's just, I mean, it takes a lot of guts and spirits, you know.
34 is the quarterback. Good timeout. Referee official timeout.
Looks like we're gonna have a timeout here. And it looks like we're gonna step away for a second. We'll see you folks in a sec. Back in the action here.
We didn't have time to get over here.
Airs it out, and it looks like that pass got tipped there, but flag thrown as Gabe Smith flies into the air to tip that pass. Flag lands right around the 37. And we wait to see what the white hat official has to say about this. Jamal Lipsy Jr. now throwing the rock here for Saginaw United in lieu of that injury.
Hey guys, we're going to replay the kick.
Looks like that's going to move United up a little bit. Let's have another look at that kickoff here.
No, 9. Oh, wait. Where's he going?
Big boot here. Looked like it might have hit his toe here. Yeah, it hit his toe. It looked like it kind of stopped a lot of the momentum. Saw a little bit of helmet to helmet there, but that one went unnoticed.
Yeah, but good recovery from the punt returner. I mean, not a lot of people can do that. Good recovery from him. Good job trying to get some yards going.
Yeah, I mean, take a big hit like that and still able to stay on your feet.
It's really impressive.
Yeah, especially when you're in that position where you got literally the whole team coming after you. It's important to stay on your feet.
Absolutely.
Now, a little bit of confusion among the fans. The players moving United back a little bit more.
Seems like
Not quite sure.
Seems like everyone's confused here.
Yeah, not quite sure what's happening here. Wonder if there's confusion about who the flag was on.
Yeah, but I mean, we're all human here.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like they're going to field this back where they started. 1st and 10 for United on their own 40 here.
Let's see if United can get some going here.
Lipsy Jr. takes it himself. Got spun around twice. Still on his feet, and it's going to get brought down right around the 40.
Good job. I mean, that was probably the best play I've seen from the Saginaw team yet.
I'm surprised he stayed on his feet there. Got spun for a little dance there.
Yeah, I thought he was going down, to be 2nd and 8, but no, he's kept his feet.
Yeah, good perseverance. They're able to just stay up, keep the ball in his hands too, importantly.
Yeah.
And get a couple extra yards there, fighting for everything they can. Now 2nd and 5 here. Solid gain there for United. Hoping to get out of another possible 3-and-out situation here. And they're in a good spot to do it. Lipsy Jr. with the handoff. And the running back's not going to get too far with that one.
Yeah, I was actually kind of surprised they actually ran in there and didn't decide to pass, since there was another possible 3-and-out, but they decided to hand it off.
Yeah, passing might catch the defense off guard a little bit there. It looks like they were really expecting that run there, and were able to put enough men in front of that offensive line to make sure no holes got opened up, brought them down pretty quick. And now we're sitting at 3rd and 5 with that clock ticking down to just about a minute. United huddle breaks, and this is their chance to escape a 3-and-out. Got 2 men behind the QB, 1 outside and on the far sideline and 1 on the near sideline. But he's going to keep it himself again. Finds a hole. Looks like he might have come up a little short of that 1st down. We'll see how the refs call it here.
Well, I thought one of the sideline judges gave him the 1st down. And it is 1st down.
Yeah, going to move those chains. You saw that little extension there at the end.
Yeah.
Trying to fight for that last little bit to get that 1st down, and he does.
Yeah, that was a great play.
Yeah, I mean, he read that the line wasn't quite open up by one, so he bounced a little bit outside of it, and he was able to get a solid gain there.
Yeah, again, this Saginaw team is definitely fighting, and I give them massive props. That's all you can really do, is just keep fighting, no matter what the score is.
Clock approaching under 20 seconds now.
I think they're waiting for the time to run out.
And it looks like they might just wait this one out here with the play clock down. And they're going to send this one into the 1st quarter break. And that's going to do it. 28 points in just the 1st quarter. Quite a showing here for the offense and defense from Davison, isn't that?
Yeah, it's very impressive, and I mean, you really couldn't ask much more from this Davison team in general. The offense and defense, it seems like they just have, their game plan definitely worked, whatever they came in with.
Absolutely. Now we're going to send things down here to Chloe Hugg with some of Davison's historic cheerleaders from 1963. Chloe, how are they?
Hey Cardinal Nation, I'm Chloe Hugg, and I'm here with 5 of the women from the 1963 Davison cheer team. So I'm just gonna have you guys tell everybody your names. Maybe you have some family or some friends watching you at home.
Go Cards, Bev Clark, Bev Stevens, Sue Simpson-Gregor,
Mickey Archambault, right?
Penny Horgan, Shelley Elger.
Okay, so this is what homecoming's all about. You guys are here watching the homecoming game. What does it feel to be? How does it feel to be back and watching this game and seeing the Cards just completely destroy this other team?
It's great. We're enjoying it very much.
I love hearing the fight song again.
Yes, and we're old. We like seeing the group 24 instead of 8 or 6 that we had. It's just great to be here and see all the crowd. They were always so supportive when we were in school.
So you guys are here watching this game. How do you see that things have changed since you guys went to school here?
The teams are bigger, both the cheer teams and the football team, and the stadium is bigger.
Yeah, it was beautiful. This is gorgeous. Love seeing the band do their antics.
Yeah.
The band's awesome. We love the band. The most we did was cartwheels.
That's awesome. Thank you guys so much for being here with us. We're so excited to see you here in the stands with us. And I'm going to toss it back to the announcers.
Thank you, Chloe. It really is cool to see that gang's all still together back from their high school days, and now they're here watching their alma mater compete and dominate in this game here.
Yeah, I mean, it's really special, to see, people who are still coming together after so many years. I mean, you think that back in your memory now, but, I mean, that still is really cool.
Absolutely. United had a little bit of loss there on that first play that you saw on your screen. Taken back for about 4 yards. Handoff there to Boone, it looked like. But a little bit more loss, maybe. Not too much really available there for him. That Davison defense is just tough to get through.
Yeah, I mean, it's been like a brick wall. The defensive line is just grueling right now to them.
Blake Musser on the tackle for loss there, brought him back 2 more yards back. And I mean, you got to air it out here, 3rd and 16. You're trying to get out of your own half of the field.
Yeah, if you want to get some momentum going, you got to air it out.
One is a receiver on
So
the
they're only
left.
bringing the 3-man pressure here, so they're definitely expecting it.
Freeze down here, and I think
Yeah, got plenty of men in the secondary waiting for this ball to come to them. You got Lipsy going outside, keeping him himself. Plenty of Cardinals meeting him right by the line of scrimmage. Big hit there. Could hear the helmets crack from all the way from the announcing booth.
And I can confirm that was a loud, very loud helmet crack.
Yeah, I mean, you had those 3 Cards pretty much just waiting for him to come in there. And good patience by them. I mean, you got 3 guys there. Why run at him? Good patience, able to wait for him to come to them when he still has a lot to gain and just make the play, make it clean, and get him on the ground.
Yeah, this defense is fast and aggressive, and you can definitely tell by that play. And great job by the defensive line. Even though there's 3-man pressure, they definitely have their best players out there to really pressure them.
Yeah, and that's the risk you run too when you have such a big space around that line of scrimmage when you're running such a big zone, is letting the QB have all that green. But when you have aware linebackers and aware linemen able to catch up with them, that's all the meaning in the world to them. United gonna punt it away here now.
I don't know, Mason. If I were in this situation, I would want to go for it, try to get something going, but again, I'm not the coach, so.
Very high punt there. Stops just in front of the 50, and the Cards are gonna let that one stop right at the 50. That one had some air on it, that's for sure.
Yeah, that was a very high kick, but unfortunately it didn't get very far, so it's going to be about a 10 to 15-yard punt.
talked about earlier this game how Carmen was kind of a chance for him to get that offensive defensive momentum going. I feel like this is another one that really gets them going before having that tough stretch of games. I mean, next up they got Midland and Powers and Lapeer, all some teams that might give them competition.
You know, these are very beatable games. You know, I mean, you know, the most challenging is that with Lapeer. I mean, that's your biggest rival right there. But you know, Midland and Powers is very beatable.
Lapeer's the big one, though. Hemmeline takes the handoff. He's going to air it out big. Find Armstrong for the Cats. Get past the 30. Brought down right by that Davison print there. Good connection there between them two, the two juniors.
And this is you know, this is just really great. I mean, just how Hemmeline is so comfortable now connecting to his receivers. It's, you know, you saw a lot of drop passes in the first two games, and it seems like that the receivers in Hemmeline has been more comfortable. You definitely, and like I said earlier, the chemistry is definitely building.
Yeah, he's definitely really molding into his role in this team well. That's for sure. Hemmeline now keeps it himself again. As you talked about those drop passes, he did get swung around a little bit, Jonathan Harrell, trying to bring that one in.
Some of that pass a little behind, unfortunately, but you know, that was a really tough play. One of the few mistakes this offense has made thus far.
Yeah, I mean, not too bad placement there for Hemmeline. Just that coverage was good on Harrell, and it showed he wasn't able to complete the play there. And now it's 2nd and 10 for the Cardinals after that pass. Hemmeline now. Hands off to Harrell now. Gets the first down and a little bit more there. Looks like it. Yep, those chains are moving.
So what I'm noticing here is since it's maroon and gold out for today, most of the coaches are wearing maroon, including Coach Weingart's, and that's really cool. You know, get the school spirit and try and get into the Davison way. So that's really cool.
Yeah, sporting that Davison merch, a lot of which you can get at Hilton Screeners, who is also the sponsor of our broadcast tonight. You can find them on Main Street or go to their website. Providing a lot of Davison merch here. You've seen some of our student section here tonight, the Nest. Plenty of them got that Hilton Screeners t-shirts on too. Got those sweet shirts for each week.
Yeah, Hilton Screeners has been great. I mean, I couldn't have better gear to rep Davison.
See the marching man there too, decked out. This homecoming theme was Halloween, and they definitely made that known. You got Shane Harris there, one of DTV's own in the referee costume.
Very creative costumes here.
Definitely a lot of creativity there. And then sometimes you just got a banana in the mix too.
31 years of moving the old games here at Cardinal Stadium. That's a total of 8 years for our game here at
Didn't hear Joe Jarrett announce over the PA, shouting out that chain gang. Always on the sidelines, always here, every home game.
Yeah, that chain gang is very important. You know, some people don't realize it, but they're very important to this game.
Yeah, I mean, someone's got to move the chains, and that's what their job is, and they love doing it.
Yep. It's a gorgeous night. Sun's coming down.
Hasn't cooled off too much yet.
No, I'm still pretty warm.
Hemmeline now. Harrell now connected with him. Harrell's still on his feet. Looks like he got the first there.
Good job by Hemmeline connected to Harrell. It looked like it was a little pass, but still a good effort though. And it definitely worked to Davison's advantage.
Seeing a lot more fake handoffs here too. You can see how much more this offense is as a unit. The announcements and that interview with Colby Hug. We'll see you guys after the break.